And do you have a message for him?
Honestly, he got a fight next week, right? So it seemed like he focused on me, and Lamont Roach is focused on him. I think I'm gonna go put my bet in on Lamont Roach.
As you talk sports, is
the overall makeup of a Tank Davis is surprising to most fighters. It won't be surprising to Lamont Roach. And Lamont is a DMV fighter himself, which means he got that dog, you know? It's gonna be a good fight.
Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach are set to clash today, and the final predictions are in. While Davis remains the heavy favorite with his undefeated record, Roach has gained respect for his unwavering confidence throughout the build-up. His mindset has caught the attention of some experts, making this fight more intriguing than expected. But confidence alone won't be enough. Roach has to prove he belongs in the ring with one of boxing's most dangerous finishers. Will he rise to the occasion and shock the world? Or will Davis do what he does best and remind everyone why he's a superstar?
When it comes to the invitation thing, but obviously he hit for a reason. He do what he's supposed to do with the guys that's in front of him. He got good.
Gervonta Tank Davis steps into the ring with a flawless 30-0 record, 28 of those wins coming by knockout. His knockout streak is nothing short of terrifying, 21 straight stoppages, with only Isaac Pitbull Cruz managing to take him the distance. In his last fight, Davis made a statement, dismantling Frank Martin in 8 rounds with blistering speed and brutal power. On the other side, Lamont Roach is making a bold move, stepping up in weight to take on one of boxing's most feared finishers. As a junior lightweight champion, Roach has proven his skills, but handling Tank's explosive power is a whole different challenge. This isn't just a fight. It's a test of whether Roach can survive the firepower or if Davis adds another highlight reel knockout to his record. Who do you have winning this showdown? Drop your predictions below.
You know? If you switch it up now, it ain't going to do too much. We don't have enough time to switch it up, you know?
Some boxing professionals believe Davis chose a weaker opponent to keep his perfect record intact. They argue that this fight lacks the excitement and competitiveness that a matchup with another top lightweight contender like Teofimo Lopez could have offered. Teofimo Lopez himself feels it's a mismatch and isn't impressed by Lamont Roach's championship status. While Roach is a respected fighter, many feel he doesn't pose the same level of challenge that other top contenders could bring to the table. The real question is, has Davis picked a fight that's too easy, or is this just another showcase for his knockout power? If you're enjoying this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth boxing analysis.
You know what I'm saying? They're about to put him with a guy at 130 pounds. Whether he's a champion or not, you're getting a guy lighter than you to come up and weight to make you look good, again.
They're about to put him in with a guy who's 130 pounds, whether he's a champion or not, says Teofimo Lopez. You're getting a guy lighter than you coming up in weight to make you look good. I'd dominate any of them. Lopez is questioning the legitimacy of the matchup, arguing that Davis is taking on a smaller opponent who has to move up in weight, making it easier for Tank to shine. It raises the question, does Davis need to face a real challenge, or is this just a strategic move to keep his record spotless?
Alright guys, turn around and face the crowd. Turn around and face the crowd now. Cameras in the back, guys. Hector, camera in the back. Camera all the way in the back.
Two-division champion Teofimo Lopez, who recently hinted at a potential confrontation later this year, is among those calling for a bigger challenge. In a recent interview with Fight Hype, Lopez questioned Davis' willingness to face elite opponents. He believes Tank has yet to prove himself against the division's best, and made it clear he's ready to step up when the time comes. This only adds fuel to the fire. Will Davis finally take on a true test, or will he continue choosing fights that don't truly challenge his legacy?
Building up his followers, you know, and now look where that got him. So the whole thing is all about, man, just, I'm a real fighter, that's what it is, man, the truth. And the truth hurts a lot of people, but they gotta learn how to.
Teofimo Lopez didn't hold back, doubling down on the belief that Gervonta Davis has been carefully protected by his management. He specifically called out Davis' earlier reluctance to face Vasyl Lomachenko, highlighting the repeated excuses made on his behalf. How many times did they say Tank wasn't ready for Loma, that they had to prep him? Lopez questioned. How many times did Mayweather have to speak for Tank Davis? Lopez isn't buying the narrative. He believes Davis has been strategically guided away from true tests. Now, he's calling for Tank to finally step up and prove he belongs among the elite.
Eat your words. Take it in. I beat Lomachenko. For me, I scored a 9-3. For you guys, I could care less because y'all don't know shit about boxing.
Lopez also brought up a sparring session from 11 years ago, when Davis was already an 18-year-old professional, while Lopez was just 15. While Lopez acknowledged Davis' aggressive approach in the ring, he downplayed the significance of that experience, saying it doesn't reveal much about how a real fight between them would go. Still, Lopez isn't underestimating Davis. In a past interview with Fight Sports, he admitted Davis is no easy opponent, but made it clear that he believes he's the only one truly capable of beating him. With both fighters at the top of their game, a future showdown is something fans are desperately waiting to see.
That in. I ain't one to fucking play with.
I respect it, man. Your truth.
Lopez stands firm. He doesn't see Davis as an easy fight, but insists he's the only one who can take him down. In his eyes, no other fighter in the division has what it takes. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields, a reigning champion and known rival of Davis, offered a surprisingly balanced take. Despite their history, she acknowledged Davis' skill set, showing a level of respect many wouldn't expect. It's an interesting twist. Could Shields' perspective hint at something Lopez refuses to admit?
Tank, I mean, like, he's a bad man. He can fight and stuff. I know we had our dispute back and forth, whatever. At the end of the day, if we talk about just boxing.
Hey, absolutely. So
Claressa Shields isn't underestimating Lamont Roach, giving credit to his decorated amateur background and well-rounded skills. She acknowledges that Roach is a tough, skilled fighter who deserves respect. As for Gervonta Davis, Shields doesn't hold back on his abilities. Despite their personal rivalry, she admits, "I know we had our dispute back and forth, but at the end of the day, if we talk about just boxing, he's a good fighter." Calling Davis a bad man in the ring, she makes it clear, personal feelings aside, his talent is undeniable. It is a rare moment of respect in a sport driven by rivalries, proving that even Shields knows talent when she sees it.
And I look forward to watching that fight.
is this a pay-per-view fight though? Would you buy it? Are you gonna buy it?
I'll love any fight that Tank can have pay-per-view. I think that
Claressa Shields revealed that she always buys pay-per-view tickets for Tank Davis fights and believes Lamont Roach is worth watching. She expects a technical battle, showcasing Davis' power and Roach's skill. But Tim Bradley isn't buying the hype. He calls it the Tank Protection Program, blasting the matchmaking as another example of Davis facing opponents who can't punch back. Bradley argues that Tank's team has a history of bringing up smaller fighters to make him look dominant. While Davis puts on spectacular performances, Bradley believes the real test will come when he faces someone who can truly challenge him. So, is Davis being carefully managed, or is he really the monster everyone says he is?
Fighters up from a lower weight class to get in there with Tank. Tank looks spectacular, but it's a cover-up. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think Tank is a good fighter. They're saying they don't have an opponent.
Tim Bradley didn't hold back, making it clear that while Tank Davis is talented, the excuse of not having an opponent doesn't hold up. He believes the fight fans really want is against Dos Santos, a matchup that would bring real intrigue. Bradley questions why Davis hasn't stepped up, especially after having plenty to say when Shocker Stevenson fought Dos Santos. He argues that while Davis will always attract fans, a pay-per-view with Lamont Roach won't bring in the numbers. A real challenge for Davis isn't just about finding opponents, it's about facing the ones who can truly test him. Will he finally step up, or will the hype continue to outshine his actual competition? The boxing world is waiting for an answer.
Yes, you do. His name is De Los Santos, and the fans wouldn't mind paying for a De Los Santos fight, but they're covering something. I don't know what it is. Is it the power of De Los?
Welterweight sensation Kenneth Sims Jr., who has shared the ring with both Lamont Roach and Tank Davis, provided an insightful take on the upcoming fight. Initially, Sims avoided making a prediction out of respect for both fighters. He has good relationships with them and didn't want to seem disrespectful. However, as the conversation unfolded, he reflected on a key moment, his showdown with Roach in the semifinals at the Nationals. That experience, filled with mutual respect, adds another layer to this fight story. Sims, a seasoned fighter himself, understands the tactical side of boxing. He pointed out that both Roach and Davis are exceptional counterpunchers, meaning one of them will have to step out of their comfort zone to create openings. Though he stayed neutral on the outcome, Sims made one thing clear: both fighters have his respect. The real question is, who will rise to the occasion in this highly anticipated showdown?
The fight that, like a great fight for boxing. I think that boxing fans are trying to, like, basically shut Lamont out. I don't know, maybe because he's not a big name.
Sims Jr. broke down exactly what Tank Davis and Lamont Roach need to do to secure victory. As an experienced fighter, Sims understands that both men thrive as counterpunchers, meaning one of them will have to break out of their usual rhythm to create openings. Sims noted that Davis is a slow starter, often taking a few rounds to find his groove. But once he does, he becomes a major threat. If Davis wants to dominate, he'll need to start attacking earlier than usual. Waiting too long could give Roach the chance to rack up points and build momentum. On the other hand, Roach's speed and sharp combinations could put Davis on the back foot if Tank doesn't adjust quickly. It all comes down to timing, who adapts first and forces the other out of their game plan. That will be the deciding factor in this high-stakes showdown.
Looking forward to watching the fight.
Do you think the fact that it is going to be a technical fight, do you think that favors Lamont, or does it favor Tank?
Welterweight sensation Kenneth Sims Jr., who has faced both Lamont Roach and Tank Davis, shared his insights on what each fighter must do to secure a win. Initially, Sims refrained from making a prediction, citing his good relationship with both fighters and feeling that it would be disrespectful to choose sides. However, his analysis of their fighting styles provided a deeper understanding of how the fight might unfold. Sims emphasized that both Davis and Roach are counterpunchers, so one of them will need to step out of their comfort zone to make the other open up. Additionally, he pointed out that Davis is a slow starter, and it's crucial for him to attack early to avoid falling behind. Roach, on the other hand, is known for racking up points quickly. Sims' insights offer a fascinating perspective on the dynamics of the fight. That's all for now. For the latest updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, make sure to stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when we drop more quality content like this. Until next time, peace out.